So I've read somewhere that former DP Rigathi Gachagua has so far hired 300 people to offer security to him. And here I think he is trying as much as he can to protect himself and his properties. Remember, DP Rigathi Gachagua has a lot of properties and investments in this country. So I think these 300 people are to secure him. And I'm also seeing that the president is planning, it is being alleged, let me put it clear. It is being alleged that the president is planning to unleash former Mungiki leader Maina Njenga on Rigathi Gachagua. So this is fight that is going to take a different angle, a different direction that maybe we are not ready for it. Maina Njenga and Rigathi Gachagua seem not to people who can eat from the same plate. And I think the president wants to take advantage of this, to have these people to have a sleepless night. So here we are talking about how many people is DP or former DP Rigathi Gachagua is going to collide with. We are talking about Uhuru Kenyatta and you are talking about Maina Njenga. If you ask me, I think I'll be a little shaken by Maina Njenga and not Uhuru Kenyatta. As I have previously said, I don't fear Uhuru Kenyatta so much in terms of his command in the Mount Kenya region. I think Kikuyus are so done with the Kenyattas, considering that what is happening in our country. I think Kikuyus are so done with the President Uhuru Kenyatta, and at this moment, I don't think he can influence them on anything. He cannot tell them that you need to go to this direction. No, I don't think he can, or he has that influence to do so. My worries is on Maina Njenga, because this is a man that I think he has influence in the region, and maybe this is the man that Ruto will use it to ensure that he neutralizes Rigathi Gachagua's influence in Mount Kenya region. Is that going to happen? Of course, time will tell. But if you ask me, I think it is going to be a bumpy road for former DP Rigathi Gachagua with everything. You see, the problem with DP Rigathi Gachagua former, he went to these coalitions with just so naive. Like when every other person was talking about memorandum of understanding, we have to have signatures here and there, we have to have papers to put these agreements down. DP Rigathi Gachagua was like, no, we can talk this out and sort everything, and that is it. Like yeye ilikuwa ni mdomo, like tumeongea tumeelewana, and that is it. I don't know how. I fail to understand that. I fail to understand that Rigathi Gachagua failed to understand the history of William Ruto. I fail to understand that Rigathi Gachagua could not understand the history of William Ruto. We, the people that were born the other day, we know who Ruto is. At least we can say who he is. But for former DP Rigathi Gachagua to just go in like that, I don't know. Sometimes I fail to understand what was happening. I fail kabisa to understand. Like he just saw that this is an angel. No, I don't know. I don't know, but I believe that one day he will tell us what really happened. Because now he is out. The power he had for 2 years is out, and he is fighting. He is fighting a team that is very formidable. These are people who have everything. These are people, a group of people who have been there. They have been in politics for more than 40 years, others 30 years. And this is the people that DP Rigathi Gachagua, being so powerless, is going to fight with. I don't see it ending in his favor, if you ask me. Maybe the ground will save him, but even that, I don't see him winning. I don't see it ending in his favor, and he will have to blame himself. He will have, when the likes of these kina Mutua with the party kona watu wawili were joining the Kenya Kwanza government, wakiweka agreement a very strong agreement, papers here and there. DP Rigathi Gachagua thought that he could just make that agreement with Mudomo. Na hii politics zetu zenye zinakuanga so rough and hard. Mimi up to today wanashangaa, like there was no signatures anywhere in the agreement. So he will have himself to blame. He will have, if everything goes against him, DP Rigathi Gachagua will have himself to blame, because he made this thing like somebody, like, I don't know, I fail to understand. Somebody who served under Moi and he was so naive to this extent. Somebody should tell me that something really happened. I don't want to believe that he really did this openly, with nothing, with no papers, with no signatures, just like that. So it is, I think DP wants to ensure that he is good, and the 300 security personnel, of course, others are for his, you see ni mtu ako na manyumba everywhere and so many properties, uncountable properties. So I think it is just sending a different message, if you ask me. It is sending a different message, and a strong one, and I just hope that all is well, because mimi mambo nimeona hii Kenya so far, I'm not going to take anything lightly. If anything I read, I must look at it in a very different way. So if indeed he has hired 300 security officers, then well and good. But this 300 is a huge number, and to me, it is not sending a good message. So if I think 2025, we are going to see a lot, especially in political space. We are going to see a lot, and a lot is coming for us. 2024 has not been so good in our country. Me, I feel it. I feel like this is my feeling. This is my personal feeling, that 2024 has not been so good in our country and to many Kenyans. And I hope that 2025, the saddest thing is this, that I have a feeling that 2025 politically is going to be so rough. And you see, when a country is under political, when we have no political stability in a country, there is nothing much that can happen in that country. And this is just the saddest part of all this. So 2025, with all these claims, I don't know how we are going to go through it in 2025. But politicians will have to calm down. They will have to. We will force them, because you cannot be talking politics for 5 years after elections, and the next thing is about politics. So 2025, I think, I am seeing a lot that is going to happen politically. The likes of Uhuru Kenyatta, I know they will come out fully. The Maina Njenga, you know, even the Maina Njenga case was dropped last 2 months ago. That was on November. He had cases in court, but the case was dropped, and that could signal that there is something that is coming. So a lot is going to happen, and I know all this is about the Mount Kenya vote. It is all about it. It is all about the vote, but if you ask me, I'm just so afraid of Maina Njenga. But with Uhuru Kenyatta, that man is so done. That man, I cannot even be scared by that. They can even handshake. Uhuru can handshake with anyone he wants. I don't feel that he's so influential and all that. Kalonzo Musyoka is a man that the Gen Zs thought that they could at least support or back him. But Kalonzo Musyoka has continued to prove to us that he is a man, he is an indecisive man. He is a man who cannot stand on his ground. He is a man who cannot stand on his feet. Kwanza, after we are told that he had to tell off Rigathi Gachagua because Uhuru was attending his daughter's wedding, that is so ilinikasirisha, na najua ilikasirisha wengi. So Kalonzo Musyoka, it is done. I don't think even the young people should even think about Kalonzo Musyoka, because We are talking about a president who is going to look back and ensure that all the public resources that was stolen is going back to the public. But for Kalonzo Musyoka, I don't see that happening. Maybe you can talk about, I think the only man who can do that is Maraga. I don't know why. I also feel like Okiya Omtata is a bit weak to deal with that. I feel it this way, that Okiya Omtata, as much as many people believe in him, but I don't think Okiya Omtata will one day stand and face Uhuru Kenyatta and tell him, you have to return all that you illegally take. I don't think Okiya Omtata has that stamina to look back and tell all the political leaders who took the public properties, public monies, to return them back. I don't think he has that strength and stamina to do that. I think he cannot do that. To me, he cannot do that. The only man I feel he can do that is Fred Matiang'i and David Maraga. But for Matiang'i, I still have an issue with Fred Matiang'i. So we can say so far, the upepo is still upepo bado inavuma. Like, I don't think that there is that person. Me, I just want someone who is going to fight corruption in this country. That is what I'm looking forward to. The next president should fight corruption in this country, because it is a national disaster and it is destroying our country. So Mimi, I'm looking forward to that president who is going to look back and ensure that all that was stolen from the public is returned back. That is what I'm looking forward to. And the names that have so far come across, nobody is convincing me that is going to do that, but time will tell. So for Rigathi, Gachagua and Maina Njenga, hey, I don't even know what we are going to witness. Hey, looks like mambo hapa mbele itachemka. But the only thing that is going to save Rigiji is the Mount Kenya ground has accepted him. I think he has been accepted 90%. And so you see, even Kimani Ichung'wah, who has been so vocal, saying anything and anything, juzi amefukuzwa from the ground, akaambiwa atoke. So it shows that indeed the people are with Rigathi Gachagua. And once you have the people, it is good. For politicians, once you have the people backing you, then it is good. But this is a fight that, maybe I'm seeing it is going to end in a very bad way. So the time will tell, and a lot is going to happen. Of course, we are ready for it. We are ready. Bring it on. We are ready. We will pambana the way we've been tumekuwa tukipambana all these years. So that is the story currently happening, that Rigathi Gachagua is beefing his security, and he has chosen to do this because he knows he is facing people who are ready to do anything and anything to retain power. He is not facing people who are going to give up. No, these are groups that have been in politics for so long. They have done all that they could to gain power, and they are going to do that regardless to retain power. So it is not going to be an easy fight for Rigiji, but as they normally say, the power belongs to the people. And the only prayer you need to make is the people that are currently backing him, especially those from the mountain, awata muacha, because once wakidivide to even 50%, then it is done for him. So that is it for me for today. Thanks for watching. This is Sophia Live.